for me, I like concrete examples, some solid examples so I know exactly what we're talking about. So some people might like they're following our conversation, but they're like, okay, what are they talking about? So I want to say some words and you tell me like, okay, you wouldn't say that or you would say that, right? For example, like kamepula, computer. That's a Hawaiianized word, right?
Yeah, that was, I mean, for a while in the 90s, I was saying Kamipila because I didn't know a better way to do it. And then that was while I was in Hilo, and there was kind of a general acceptance of that term among my colleagues there. And then there was this competing term, Lolowila, which was really more was happening in Manoa, and Loluila had a basis where in Maori in New Zealand is Rorohiko, which is Roro, Lolo.
Mm-hmm.
Hiko is their term for Wila electric. And then in Tahiti, Rorowila is quite common. And over time, I became exposed to these other possible terms, possible ways of thinking about what a computer is. And I switched over to Loluila, and I noticed some of members of the Ni'ihau community who were engaged in education on Kauai and on Ni'ihau, and when it came to computer, I saw them preferring Loluila
Mm-hmm.
to Kamipula, and I switched. So
Mm-hmm.
I gave up Kamipula for Loluila. And Mikini is very, very common. I mean, in context, I can use Mikini machine
Mm-hmm.
and it makes sense. And it's very common to say, for those who are native speakers, particularly Ni'ihau, to say Mikini Loluila.
Mm-hmm.
You go Mikini and any kind of device. So in certain contexts, if it is already known what kind of device we're talking about, you can just use Mikini. Technology, Hana Mikini, in general. So that's really, I'm following the tack of native speakers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't prefer to follow faculty. I don't prefer to follow the university tack. They already come from a new speaker environment, so I don't look at them as the model.
Mm-hmm.
The model is the native speakers over here.
Mm-hmm.
I may refer back and forth to kind of reinforce, and then I'm the critical thinker.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a critical decision. And then I look at the material and what's printed from the 1800s, early 1900s. I'll look at all of it, and then I'll make my own decision. And I will always prefer the traditional style of thinking, So Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I brought a sample that I wanted us to read.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you saying is it a right and wrong, or is it just preference?
Nuance. You got to nuance your thinking. You cannot think in black and white terms.
Okay.
Cannot.
Because if you go to Vehevehe, you type in computer, it'll say Kamepula and it'll say Lolowila.
It doesn't have Kamipula. It has.
Oh, it doesn't have Kamepula.
Mamaka Kayao has it.
Oh, well, I saw. Oh, yeah, the different.
In Pukui and Albert,
Pukui, yeah.
It's Mikini Ho'ononoho Ike, machine that organizes thoughts, organizes information.
I love when languages break stuff down like that, though. It's kind of cool.
I still like it.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
love
fine.
that kind of etymology.
Yeah.
Lumi ho'opau pilikia.
Yeah, Lumi ho'opau pilikia, which when you say it like that is really more slangy, because it's perfectly fine to say lumilua, kahalelua. That's very, there's nothing implied. It's just that certain people, it's very Victorian, if you ask me, lumi ho'opau pilikia. Victorian era, you're not supposed to talk about what happens on the toilet. So it's a way of sidestepping. Lumi ho'opo. We're going to ho'opo.
It's more subtle. We're going to get rid of our problems here.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why that term exists. It's very Victorian era.
Yeah.
In reality, when you just have a normal conversation, you just say hallelujah.
Yeah. Or you can use lua.
Yeah, or lua, helika lua.
Yeah.
So that's just normal talk. And so this sample that I wanted us to read from Harry Potter is more about that.
Okay.
Is more about how to think like a native speaker talks.
Okay. I got a couple more before we get into it. Go ahead. So kiwi, TV.
Oh, kiwi,
Yeah.
not kiwi.
Oh, sorry.
Kiwi is horns.
Yeah. I'm just saying it fast. I do that a lot, when I notice when I speak Hawaiian, if I'm speaking fast, like
You
when
drop
I'm
the
saying
long vowels.
yeah, like for example, if I'm saying but, I'm just like, oh, makmaka hanaki aka. Like I don't emphasize the aka. Like I just say
Aka.
like aka something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Niihau,
Yeah.
there is aka, of course, which is an old word, but in Niihau, you sometimes say aipaha instead of aka.
Mm.
It's a Niihauism that you get to know aka.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, where are we going with
So
that?
kiwi, TV.
Oh, kiwi,
It's
yeah.
basically a Hawaiian version of
Pahuho'olele
that.
yeah, grandma says pahuho'olele ki'i. Pahuho'olele ki'i. Pahuho'olele ki'i projects images. And Niihau people understand it. When
And
you say
it's also
they know what it means.
A way cooler way to say
True,
kiwi.
true. But it's more common for a Niihau to say kiwi.
Uh-huh.
But grandma also would say kiwi. And she distinguishes between kiwi. Yeah, it's more slangy, but really it's a pahuho'olele ki'i. And she would say pahuho'olele ki'i often. And pahuho'olele leo. Pahu box ho'olele project leo voice for
Over
stereo
lekio.
or she would. I never heard her say lekio.
Lekio.
Never heard her say that. Always pahuho'olele leo. And then for an ihau, lekio is more common. Radio sometimes. Pahuho'olele leo. And then slippers, kalipa, palewawai. Palewawai.
So they don't say kalipa.
No, they do say kalipa
Oh,
a
okay.
lot, but it is also palewawai.
Okay.
So you have kiwi, pahuho'olele ki'i. Lekio, pahuho'olele leo. Kalipa or salipa even, and palewawai. You have both.
What about palema'i?
Palema'i, my grandma uses palema'i for Niihau. They laugh. They laugh at you because to them it's like, then that's, no, it's lolewawai lili, which is a much longer expression to accomplish the same thing.
Yeah, underwear we're talking about.
Yeah, lolewawai lili, which is short pants basically.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, and my grandma in English, my grandma, underwear is not underwear. She said skivvies.
Skivvies, yeah.
Yeah, skivvy
Bibidi.
grandma. Growing up as kids, but for her it is palema'i. But if you say palema'i for an ihau, you get a laugh.
Okay.
And then the numbers, Eva umi,
Okay.
umi kumama kahi, umi kumama lua, umi kumama kolu. So grandma said it's the exact same scenario as kiwi versus pahuho'olele ki'i. Umi kumakahi is casual talk. Umi kumamakahi. Show me one example from 1800s, early 1900s, written, printed material in Hawaiian where it's umi kumakahi, umi kumalua, the short version. I have found it, but very few, less than 10. Thousands is the longer version because proper language is the longer form. The shorter form is for me and you talking story. In fact, Niihau cut it even shorter. They dropped the umi part. So because it's understood. Between kumakahi and kumaiwa, we already know it's 11 to 19.
Is that okay to shorten words in Hawaiian? For example, like when I'm speaking with my dad, I don't always say a'ole. I just say ale make make.
Make it. In fact, I'm annoyed that in Punana and immersion schools, they only say a'ole and never a'ale. It's annoying
I say
to me.
ale sometimes.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you cut it shorter
Yeah.
because when you speak fast, it does come out ale
Yeah.
and ahe,
Yeah.
a'ohe, a'ahe.
Yeah.
When you're speaking fast, that is true, and Niihau do that too. It is super annoying when everything is taken just one way, and textbook way, newspaper way. Super annoying and not natural. Yeah.
What about make make and mamake?
What about it?
What's the difference?
Same?
Okay, so it's just interchangeable.
Yeah.
What about ila mai kai? I'm joking. He's really is.
Okay. Read this face.
Dude, that's my
Yeah,
joke. That's my joke
read
ever
this
since
face.
the first podcast. And then even with my dad, I just
Read this
I
face.
joke around with him because he says yesupu.
Yeah.
Instead, like every time, like
that's
as a
nice.
sign off,
Which is very Niihau, by
Yeah.
the way. Yeah.
So he always says yesupu.
My grandma would say kiakuapu,
Yeah.
but never yesupu. That's very Niihau.
Yeah. Well, because he learned a lot of his words from like this lady Auntie Leafy in Keaukaha. and she was a native speaker, and so he learned a lot of even idioms like kaukalai kalolo and like stuff like that. Yeah, it would be cool to have a book of idioms.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
Just add that to all the things you're doing. Easy.
As if, yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get
As
into
if, yeah.
nanes?
Yeah, in fact, I was just throwing Nane back and forth with Moluhia a few days ago. Yeah, because he was in a Nane sort of mood.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're doing that. Me, not so much. Poe Nihau. Yeah, and they're good at it.
Yeah, nanes are puzzles.
Yeah, they're good at it. Riddles.
Yeah, riddles. Sorry.
Yeah. And I do incorporate them when I translate too, though.
Uh-huh.
So I do incorporate these kauna that are common in Hawaiian literary devices when I do my translations as well. And I feel comfortable doing that because in the translations of Western or Middle Eastern or Asian stories in the Hawaiian from the 1800s, early 1900s, I guess it's a translation. Maybe it's more of a summary, really. But as they're describing it, they'll insert, if it's a romantic moment, they'll insert a traditional Hawaiian expression that's uniquely Hawaiian.
Oh, interesting.
But is to emote what's happening in that particular scene. And I've adopted that as well.
Okay.
In what I do in my translations too.
That's cool. I learned about some like years ago, and then I got really into it at one point, and I was trying to make my own. I think the first one I ever heard was Ku'upunavai leva ikalani.
Oh.
Yeah, which you probably know that.
Well, I mean, it's coconuts, but
Yeah.
it can also have another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Which is, I think, we'll wait for your late night version of
Keep it Aloha
this.
after dark.
Yeah. Let's keep it to ourselves. That's our next podcast. Keep it to ourselves.
That's funny. I think I wrote some. I'm trying to find some. I wonder if you can just guess. I want to see how. I want to test you real quick and see if it even makes sense.
All right.
Okay. This is not really a this one's more of a pun. Okay. This is it.
I love those. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's not in the ku'u version, but this one's a fun one. Okay, so kaumaha'au me a'u iho. Kaumaha nuia'eau me nā hoa.
Oh.
He aha'au.
He aha'au. Kaumaha wau ia uiho. O iaku ko kaumaha i nā hoa?
Me nā hoa, kaumaha a'e.
Nui iaku e?
Nuiaku.
Kaumaha o ia ui. He aha wau o ia kaninau.
So I'm saying I'm heavy by myself, but with others I'm heavier. Or kaumaha is also sad, so it's kind of like trying to trick you. Yeah. So like either I'm heavy or sad with by myself, or I'm heavy or sad with others.
He kaupauna.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, na fauna. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kaupauna scale.
Yeah. Or sorry, not just paunas. Pauna.
Like
okay. Weights. So I'm heavy by myself, but when you put more pounds together, I'm heavier.
Yeah, that's okay. I was thinking it was a scale, like scale,
but
that
no
you stand
actual
on.
pounds.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Kaupauna.
Yeah.
All right, John.
So that I had some other ones, but I don't know where it is in my notes, and I don't want to take too long for this, so I'll show you after. Yeah.
Very good.
I got into it for a while, but okay, and then last one that I had was this. I have some questions about is when people say like two as well, like for like kekahi or like for example I said yesupu, say yesupu me oe. You say when to say oe kekahi peyapu me oe. Are they all interchangeable?
Yeah,
there's no
some in certain contexts. One or two of the choices may be more preferable, but if you were to do the other, it wouldn't be wrong necessarily, but it might come across as weird.
Okay. Yeah, if you use like kekahi instead of
pu. So like my friends who are speakers of primarily European languages, when they speak English, they often so I just use the word often or always. They will always. When they speak English, they always will. So they use the time reference in ways that we don't. I still understood them, but I'm like, I almost want to correct them, but I still understood what they said. But 99.9% of the time, I just let it fly because I know they're not native English speakers. But in Tahiti, for example, I'm there often, and my friends there who speak English will do this. They will always do this. They always will do this, is how they would say it. And I almost want to correct it. So, but then usually I just, never mind. But that's how, when I said it comes across as weird, that's the weird I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not wrong.
It is a little,
it's just a little quirky.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about malama and malama pono? Is that like ilama kai?
It's that, no, that's literal. Saying to a native speaker, my grandma included, Nihao people.
Hey, malama pono.
No, nobody says that. Nobody says that as
No,
a farewell.
I hear people say that.
I know, but that came from English. Take care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that came from English. You native speakers 99.9% of the time do not end the conversation with malama pono. That's that's Neo-Hawaiian.
Almost slang. Not
it's
even
weird
slang.
because native speakers take it literally. If you go malama pono, like as you're walking away, they're like, why?
Oh, kind of like watch out.
Yeah,
like,
no, because they take it literally. Yeah, if you say malama pono, they're like, why? Yeah, you don't, and that's not a normal way. That's not a normal Hawaiian way. If people are going to end their conversations with malama pono, it's because they're being influenced by pidgin and English.